So, part 2 of the Suzuki project. I've unbolted all of this, the rear hugger. It's going to need some scuffing, cleaning first actually, then scuffing, and then I'm going to paint it black. Same kind of tactic I used before. I'll hook it up here, clean it first, scuff it, brake cleaner, and then I'll spray it matte black. It will look so much more neater and presentable. Tempted to spray it white, but it's not worth it. I want to keep it simple at this stage. So I've cleaned it already. Scotch pad as before, scuffing it up. We don't want to put deep scratches in. We just want to take away most of the shine so that the first layer of paint disappears, and any imperfections like these tar things, we can get them off using this pad. So I'm going to stop the filming and I'm going to be scuffing this whole thing ready for its first coat. So you can see I've scotched it with the scotch pad, painting particular areas in corners and edges, same down here, and all of these indents paying particular care with, because in the black they'll show up as bumps. Next thing I'm going to do is another cleaner with a rag before then using brake cleaner ready to spray. So brake cleaner, everywhere. This stuff is designed to dry quick. Let it run down it fully. Get every area, including edges and corners, and then wait, and you'll see it disintegrate. Any kind of oils, and you see it here. It's drying. It dries very quickly, but we do need to make sure it's fully dry. So I'm going to give it a couple of minutes, and then I'll be going on with my first coat of satin black. So you shake the can for about a minute, and I follow the same system I normally use, which is, you know, roughly 50% coverage. This is a tack coat. It's warm today, so I'll give that tack coat 5 minutes. Don't be tempted to overspray at this stage. It's a tack coat, it needs to be light. Second coat should be covering about 80% now. These are just tack coats. They're so that the rest sticks. They can be fairly light. Don't worry too much about what directions you're going in. Just make sure you're getting every area. Look, the corners. And even down here, look. And we want 80% coverage. There you go. Give it another 5 minutes. The next one will be a similar coat and should achieve 100% coverage. And then 1 or 2 coats after that will be thick coats. If it was gloss, you'd call them wet coats. Third coat, kind of light like the other coats, but looking at achieving close to 100% coverage on this one. Make sure you come around the sides and get the edges. Make sure you go at the bottom, get the edges. There you go. It's very warm today, so it's drying almost instantly, which is good and bad at the same time. It will be harder to get a even coat. I'll let that dry, and then I'm going to try and do some thicker wet coats. So all the coats have gone on now. It looks much better. Much better. Now I need to decide whether I throw it back on right now or let it dry properly in the garage and throw it on tomorrow. I think that's probably the best bet. Side fairings back on the bike. Just been doing some cleaning up of the overspill like I talked about yesterday. I don't like the yellow at all. I might just clean it off. Some of the blue touch up is good, I think. I think that's made it look much better, even though it's not the exact colour. So it's getting there. It's going to be a £1,400 bike, I'm guessing, so with all the upgrades. The front suspension is actually off a K6, I believe. It's all been upgraded. All the discs, the front wheel, the suspension, everything on the front, which is great. It feels amazing and it brakes brilliantly. But yeah, with all the upgrades on this bike, 1400 I believe it should go for.